Finally, after all the outdoor takes. Hi everyone,
Hi guys,
this is Malvika
and I'm Akshaya.
and welcome to
In
Mind
Mind
We
We Trust.
Trust.
Oh, I think the sink is better indoors.
And I think the recording will also be better
I hope
indoors.
so. I'm gonna turn towards you.
Yeah,
And we're gonna talk about how we feel about the fifth episode, the
yeah, the
social media.
podcast episode on social media.
Yes.
Yes.
So, what did you think? How is it going? How do you feel?
Couple of things, okay. One is just the experience of shooting outdoors for the first time was unreal.
Right.
Like it was really, I felt really good about going outdoors, but I was also nervous about who's watching
Yeah.
and are we even allowed to do this recording here? We were allowed to do it.
Actually, we don't know. No one stopped
No
us.
one stopped us. So now I'm assuming that we were allowed to do it. Um, so that was in terms of the experience of shooting outdoors itself. But in terms of just the podcast, I think the podcast released the episode, and then the show Adolescence released. I don't know if
Oh.
you've
I
had the
haven't watched it yet,
opportunity
but
to
yes,
watch it.
I've seen all the reviews.
Yeah. And it's not like I've been thinking about this for the first time, but our podcast and that show made me just think about how important it is for each one of us who's using any form of social media to be a little more accountable and sensitive to what we are watching, what we are sharing with each other, even in a private reels kind of context. Be a little sensitive, a little mindful of people's cultures, people's backgrounds. If you're upsetting someone, and if you're sharing anything on a public forum, um, think about people, especially under the ages of 18 and 16, watching this, right? Because I think a lot of our podcasts, we've spoken about regulating stuff or by ourselves, but I think as adults, we are in a more privileged position to do that, but with kids, they are more vulnerable.
Yeah.
So I think it's super important to be a little careful and responsible
Yeah.
while using social media. Otherwise, I think I have continued to use it the way I have, which
Yeah.
is to gain information, to have
Yeah.
fun with friends, to
Yeah.
understand what's happening in life and
Yeah.
around the world. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my reflection. But what did you think
I think
after it?
similar thoughts. I did, when you said things about adolescence, the series, and also regulating content for kids and putting in like laws to protect their privacy. I was again scrolling through Instagram and I came across. So I follow this Instagrammer. She posts snippets about news and about some case that she's working on or she has seen in the past. And so she basically spoke about a case of a YouTuber. It's what's her name, Ruby Frankie. She's a very famous YouTuber.
Okay.
And she has a big family, like about 7 8 kids. And now I think she's facing charges and she's in prison because of things that spiraled. And she was like really strict. And um, she had she basically tortured her kids, and all of her kids were a part of her YouTube page. So that case, I think, sparked the government to get involved into putting in regulations for kids' safety
Yeah,
and
yeah.
privacy and how much you can share on social media. So, in case you have a kid, and if you're an Instagrammer or a influencer or a YouTuber, you're obviously supposed to maintain that privacy of your
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
And so that's something I saw on social media, and I just thought about it. But one thing that that podcast helped me understand is what is my social media behavior, or what do I see in my reels, and how am I behaving with those
Yeah.
reels. So one day I saw a reel about a dog being mistreated, and I was so annoyed. I was like frustrated, and I was like, just my mood was out, and I was like throwing fits. And my husband Priyank was like, why are you watching content like that? Just go and refresh your Instagram, just reset it, your
Yeah.
algorithm. So first of all, I didn't know that we could do that. So you could go and like reset your algorithm, and you could wipe out a clean slate and
Yeah.
start afresh with the content that you're viewing. So I didn't do that because I was like, it's just one off of those pages, so I just unfollowed that page. But I started paying more attention on what I'm looking at, and like you said, being accountable and responsible, and not just viewing content for the sake of it, but actually being mindful in what you're watching and how it's impacting you.
Yeah.
So that's something I started noticing and addressing, and I am trying to be more mindful about it. So yeah, so I think that's something that triggered in me after that podcast, and what am I sharing with my friends? So if there's an upsetting reel, I used to initially share it with my friend, but then I'm like, if I'm getting irritated by it, why should I annoy her, or why should I make her feel sad about something? I mean, we all know about news, or we know about bad stuff happening. We just don't need that validation again and again that, oh, there is bad stuff happening here, I have proof. So I don't think that's necessary, so I think that's what, I was like being more mindful, and that's what triggered in me after the discussion we had. And not that I didn't know it before, I think it's just that it came to light when we spoke about it. So
Absolutely.
I think it was a good episode and good podcast and a good chat to have with a friend. And I think everyone should have that mindful attitude towards using social media. So I've used mindful like 5 times now.
Yeah, both of us. But I think it's like what Spider-Man says, right? With great power comes great responsibility. So if
Yes.
we are on social media
Yes.
applications, then it's also a collective responsibility, not just at an
Oh, yeah.
individual level, but even ones who are part of promoting and founding social media applications to just take care of what's on it and what people are consuming.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was a good episode, and I hope to keep doing such episodes, keep revealing stuff for myself and for everyone around me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hope you liked it too. And this is us.
All right, bye. See you.